y'all. I'm dying. I think I'm suffering from a winter cold, which is probably one of the worst colds to ever suffer from on the face of the planet. But we here, we live, we back, man. It's your illustrious host Jerome Williams. I got my good brother Sydney Blaze in the building. How you doing, brother Sydney?
Yo, I'm good, man. Good.
Why was you on mute over there snickering and shit?
I'm,
What's so funny?
I'm good, dude. Leslie out of control,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Leslie.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I want to know how you been though. Before we introduce Leslie, how have you been this week, brother?
Hey, man, I've been good, man. I'm Texas living right now, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back home. Actually, I'll be up in Milwaukee pretty soon, but I'll be back home in Phoenix in a couple of days next week.
Okay.
Or something like
Do me
that.
a favor. Move your Janet Jackson microphone a little bit close to your mouth. You might have
Oh,
to
you
move
can
it like no, yeah. You sound far away. So
Oh, okay.
there you go. That's much better right there.
All
Yeah.
right, there we go.
Yeah. Treat it like an Xbox headset.
Okay.
Sir, put your mouth on the mic, sir.
Hey, pause. Hey, yo.
Oh, we also got my sweet sister Leslie Brown in the building. How you doing, Leslie?
My sweet sister.
Sweet sister
I am
Leslie.
Sweet Sister Brown.
I'm well, off of a night of gallivanting, just feeling real good today.
Oh, okay. Which I see you repping that. Got the Bucks jersey on.
Yes,
Yeah. She repping?
my little Ross special, y'all. It was like $15 from Ross.
No, from Raw. $15 from Raw. You out here shopping like what's the Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins? Ain't that he be shopping at Target.
I'm at
and
that
shit.
age. Look, I'm at that age now where I go to the Burlingtons and TJ Maxx and being there for 2 hours, just walking around touching shit. That's what I do now.
Quit touching
Yeah.
shit. You ain't learned. Quit touching shit. You know if you touch, you gotta buy it. Quit touching shit.
That's my problem.
Mm-hmm. We also got Montre Brown in the building. How you doing? Since you was the last person to show up, I thought I introduced you last, man. Are you doing
Oh,
okay
I'm
today?
good, man. Just woke up from a little nap. That's all.
Oh, okay. So the nap was moved.
I do apologize for running a little late today.
Okay. Did you set the alarm clock for the podcast like 6, and then you like hit snooze like 3 minutes?
No. I asked my woman to wake me up, but she said you never get naps, so she didn't wake my ass up.
Oh, so you trusted a woman to do something important for you?
She's so
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
Oh, and
right.
how
Look,
long?
you know what I mean?
How long have y'all been in a relationship?
Like 3 years.
And you ain't learned yet, huh?
Mm-mm.
Only woman you could probably trust is Leslie.
Right.
She'd have woke you up 15 minutes before.
She'd have disrespectfully woke me up too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you want a pod today, don't you?
Committing to shit and sleep.
Right. Sleep. Right. Mm-hmm.
I am a black mama. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, I'm over here dying, y'all. I apologize. But yeah, man, I had a very eventful weekend since nobody gives a fuck how I'm doing. I went to Margaritaville. Have you ever been to Margaritaville before?
Only in
I have
Vegas.
not.
Yeah, yes. I would definitely suggest anybody who's never been to go. I don't know if
Where is that at?
they got quite a few locations. They got one in South Padre. They got 2 here in Texas. They got one in Los Angeles. And I believe one in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
That's what Trey just said. One in Vegas. You can look up the locations, but it's a vibe, man. I liked it. I liked it a lot more than I thought it was because I'm not really everybody know me. I'm kind of a introverted extrovert. If you understand what I mean. Like if I mess with you, I mess with you. But if I don't, I don't. So it's really really hard for me to go to places with like, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But it was a vibe. I really enjoyed myself. My kids had a great time. One thing I will say is it is a kid-friendly resort, but I still probably wouldn't bring my kids next time I go because
It's a kid-friendly resort called
Margaritaville. Yeah, I mean, because they have a whole section for the kids, like you know what I'm saying. But the reason I said I wouldn't bring my kids there because it is an exceptional amount of drinking that goes on there. Like first night I got there, everybody was stumbling back into the hotel, and I had got there pretty late, so I didn't really understand why everybody was stumbling, back to their hotel rooms. And then the next day I got up and I made my way down to, I think it's called, the name of the bar there is 5 o'clock somewhere. Made my way down to the bar.
That's a good name right there.
Yeah. Made my way down to the bar. I was like, hey man, can I get a margarita? I was like, what's that? I was like, let me get that mango margarita. I was like, let me get that mango margarita. And I was like, can you pour an extra shot in there? And my guy was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I got you. I was like, all right, bet. Bro, he rang it up. I'm expecting like $20. You know how it is. Like when you go to a bar, you expecting like $20, $30 for a margarita or something. Bro, I looked down. It was $10. I said,
I said, give me 2.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's why everybody was stumbling last night.
Need 2 of these, yeah.
Right, yeah. Let me get a couple of these. And you know, it was pretty strong. But yeah, man, it's number water festivities and alcohol. Like I said, it's apropos. They had a hula dancer the last night. Little fire display. It was pretty lit, man. The kids, like I said, the kids enjoyed themselves. I enjoyed this myself. Like I said, I probably wouldn't bring the kids in the future because I would have liked to got a lot more inebriated than I did. You know what I'm saying? And with the kids, you got to kind of be mindful of that. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So anybody looking for a nice place to go, check out Margaritaville. The one negative thing I would have to say is the rooms weren't the best out of any resort that I've been to. They was decent, but I've been to much better hotels elsewhere. You know what I mean? And you know, when you got a high level of expectations, it get a little tricky in that area for me. So, but I guess they don't intend for you to be in a room in a place like that anyway. So, if you're looking for comfort,
are they affiliated with the cruise, like the Margaritaville cruise?
They had like a boat ride that you can. Man, they have so many amenities there. They got basketball, tennis. They got a lake there. They got the whole little water park for the kids and the adults. The adults thing is pretty much relegated to like a big old pool, and then they got like a swim up bar, and they got cabanas and stuff you can rent. The hot tub at the top and stuff like that. That's pretty much all the adult section is relegated to. Then they got like a little courtyard area where they got like the giant Jengas, the tic-tac-toes, all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But the one we went to was on Lake Conroe, and they do have like live water shows out there, everything. They have like it's attached to the lake, so it's not like you're just at a water park. You know what I mean? It was a vibe. Like I said, that's the best way I can explain it. But like I said, the only thing I would suggest is probably doing a cabana or actually doing like an Airbnb or something, getting like a day pass. I wouldn't suggest staying actually in the hotel. It just wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my one caveat to that. But yeah, I believe so, Leslie, as far as water cruise and stuff like that. They probably got them on a cruise.
They have like a cruise. It's like they have a Margaritaville cruise ship.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
But they were getting so many like negative reviews. Like they're kind of like the spirit of cruise ships. Like people were showing videos. It was like mold. Like I think they're like using like old ass cruise ships and trying to revamp them or something. But it's just like really, really bad. Most of the reviews.
Yeah,
like,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Like they was bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna hold you. I will never go on a cruise. So either way, y'all. That's like I said. I gotta.
Hey, I want to, but it just don't seem smart to do.
Right. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like y'all know me, man. I got a certain class level when it comes to certain shit. So I don't. You know what I mean? To me, that's why I said I couldn't suggest you staying at the hotel there, but everything else was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. It ain't bougie.
Just seem disgusting.
Time and elitist. Elitist.
Well, I was trying to say it without saying it. I was trying to say
a Republican.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it. He don't vote for Trump. Look at him.
Nah, I might. Shit.
He secretly did. Yeah, he ain't telling us.
Nah, I might. It just depends on what policies he have out there. Golly, man, it's I lost the topic list. My bad. Y'all gotta bear with me. Like I said, I'm a little under weather. I can't shake this damn cough. I'm trying to shake it all day. But speaking of Trump, had y'all saw what DeSantis plans to do with Black History in Texas? I mean Texas and Florida.
They ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Don't put his name on that.
No, it's gonna have something to do with him. It's gonna have something to do with him when he becomes his running mate.
You talking about DT?
Hell, he never run with dude.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
Why not?
He want to beat him.
Okay, so and when he don't. And the Republicans suggest that, hey, you should probably
he ain't doing that.
He ain't going. He ain't going.
Rome, you know, Blaze got personal.
Yeah, man. I call him myself and tell him don't do that.
Yeah, he already know what's going on with
that. Man, I'm an insider.
Okay, but like I said, had you seen what's going on with Florida and their Black History?
Hey, when I saw that shit, I was like, dude, he really wilding, man. Dude be doing what he want to do.
Hold on, let's bring it up because we gotta pretend that the listeners don't know nothing about what we talking about. So we got to introduce the topic, Blade. I'm trying to make my friends better podcasters. So we informed. We got to pretend that our listeners don't know what the fuck is going on.
I think our listeners are informed.
Yeah, no, I said I know.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
No, yeah, you can give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm trying to make us a better podcast. So we do have a show to do. So the DeSantis apparently they're proposing to teach that that slavery had a positive effect on the black community. If y'all not familiar, so
they saying that slavery taught black people should be happy that because slavery taught us skills
and how to work with our hands.
Yeah.
Or how
it was for our personal benefit, I believe.
That was
his exact statement. It was for our personal benefit.
Our personal benefit. So that's what they're proposing down in Florida.
So I slap the shit out, dude, man.
Hey, they'll teach that, but they won't put the real history of slavery in the history books.
Bro, they erasing it. That's what they doing. Think about it. They said they not gonna even teach about slavery, and then they turn around and say, well, it was a benefit to it. So like the next generation, like, you know, further on, they not gonna know what that shit is, and that's crazy.
They only doing that because these new kids not with that shit. White, black, whatever. Like like these newer white kids, like they're just not for that shit. Like they calling their grandparents out now. Like they feel like y'all full of shit. So that I feel like is the whole thing. Like they're just trying to keep these new generations under control because as you can see, as they come, they're more. They don't care. They cutting up. So I think that's really more so what they're doing, trying their best to try to keep everybody under control. Because you get the right one that's really mad. And these young folks get amped up, they're definitely gonna do something about it. Y'all thought the Capitol riot was something. Wait until y'all get all the niggas together, and then the non-niggas together that sick of y'all shit, y'all will be outnumbered. And that's what they don't want.
Facts, yeah. Because these kids, like I said, these liberal children are starting to drive their parents crazy. and they ain't going for it. Like I said, this whole liberal movement is getting under these conservative skins, and they're not having it. So what they're basically doing, you know, with critical race theory, and I did have a slight issue with critical race theory, and it was only the way that the teachers were so militant teaching it. Not saying it wasn't needed, but I think if they would have had a softer approach and kind of like,
I didn't think it needed to be an entire curriculum.
I did, and that might be a part of the problem as well, Blaze, because I feel like it needed to be a part of the curriculum. I just felt like the teachers and it's might not have been everybody, but from every time I saw somebody teaching critical race theory online or a teacher discussing it, they were always like extremely militant in their approach. You know what I mean? And that was the only issue that I've ever had. But I felt like we should have been a little bit more strategic in weaving it into curriculum. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to be straightforward or cause blunt trauma for people to learn, because we already know 90% of society is kind of a little slow. You know what I mean? But that was the only issue I had with it. But like to my point, the critical race theory was being introduced, and it was like I said, it was really informing white people on how bad the effects of slavery and Jim Crow and sharecropping and everything, industrial area, how bad it really affected us, redlining and everything. You know what I mean? So it kind of, like I said, it was starting to militarize even some white kids. You know what I'm saying? So now we at this point now where they didn't want to be taught at all, and they pretty much did away with it in Florida. They hardly teach it here. They hardly teach even black history in Texas, and now they're trying to teach that it's to our benefit that we were enslaved.
Hey, that's crazy though. Like,
you've never indirectly got caught the N-word like this.
Oh yeah,
like right. They hitting us with the hard ER, like like right in our face with that shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, but one thing I can say about DeSantis though, like, dude really do get through anything. Like he get, if he say he gonna do something, he get real, and that show you that these politicians could do more than they want to do. When they want to do some bullshit, they pull it off, because he be pulling off some crazy shit.
Yeah, he's wild. So like, I'm gonna pull up this article here where he clapped back at Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris had an opposing opinion, obviously, because she's a woman of black descent, air quote.
Right.
But it says Florida government.
She finally said something.
Right. She finally said
something. She been missing for 2 years.
For 2 years, I ain't seen her. But it said Florida Governor Ron DeSantis called Vice President Kamala Harris' criticism of the controversial Black History standards recently adopted by the state's Board of Education absolutely ridiculous. During a Friday campaign stop in Utah. I'm sorry, y'all. What he's saying, driving the news. The standard approves that this week includes instructions for public schools students in Florida that enslaved people develop skills which were, in some instances, could be applied for their benefits. They dared to push this propaganda to our children, Harris said Friday, denouncing that the updated Black history curriculum per the AP Associated Press. What he's saying is just totally outrageous. DeSantis, the GOP's presidential candidate, said that said at the Utah Capitol alongside dozens of state lawmakers, they are the most robust standards in African American history, probably anywhere in the country. She's going to come down to the states of Florida and try to chirp and try to demigod, he said, referring to Harris's trip to Jacksonville, Florida on Friday. DeSantis said that he wasn't involved in any development of the new curriculum and referred to the questions to the Florida Department of Education. They're probably going to show is some of the folks that eventually parlayed being a blacksmith into doing things later in life, he said. I'll just stop there. But anyway, y'all can go read this article on Exos. It says DeSantis fires back to Kamala Harris over Black history standards. But this just goes to show you how, to Blaze's point earlier, they're trying to completely whitewash away Black Americans' contribution to the United States of America. They act like we didn't have great empires, like the pyramids wasn't built, like we don't have nothing, that we didn't do nothing before we came to this continent. And so it's
right. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't know shit.
We wouldn't know shit. That's why I kind of chuckled like through it, because to me it's just it's utterly ridiculous, and this is why
it's funny, and like I chuckle too, but like that's some serious shit, bro. Like like when you think farther down the line, bro, like motherfuckers really gonna grow up thinking slavery was like, we looked out for Black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mental illness is real,
bro.
They gotta be stopped
from mental illness.
So
it's a mental illness.
So everybody. But no, let me try before I'll let you continue. But to me, like, this is what grinds my gears, and this is why we try to teach so much history on the show. Because I gotta say grind my gear, because I be trying to be PC, bro. I'm trying to scale back the cussing a little bit because I get a little too out of control. But this is why this shit pisses me off. Really, that's what I want to say. This is why this shit pisses me off, because we have Black people who think that we should not at all be kind of reverting back to history lessons and teaching these lessons in school at all. We got people that think we almost in a post-racial society. I've literally had people tell me we don't need reparations, even though there's been plenty of other cultures in this country that have been repaired. You know what I mean? And then also like in order for us to get reparations, America has to acknowledge that slavery, their atrocities against Black people. They have to acknowledge slavery and all that, and we just don't do it. We don't do it at all, and they refuse to, because they know in order for them, if they acknowledge it and apologize for it, they're going to have to repair us. And this is part and parcel of the problem why we need to, because Black history is American history. We are some of the greatest contributions to America's. To the modern America to this day, we have some of the greatest contributions. And I ain't got to go down the line. Like I said, y'all can go down and listen to the podcast. We didn't put the history out there, so I ain't got to keep beating a dead horse. But this is why we have to continue to fight the fight and to make people see us as human, like and to treat us humane, because this is one of the biggest things right here. Why this type of shit happens right in here, because they don't want us to be. We were brought here to develop this country. We wasn't brought here to be a part of it, and this is why you have to do your damnedest to make sure that we uphold certain standards in this country. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Trey, you were going to say something before I went on my tangent. I'm sorry, bro.
Teach.
No, I just agree with you, bro. Mm-hmm. Like absolutely, because we constantly, year after year, we just last on the totem pole. Mm-hmm. in this great country of America that we live in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So no, absolutely, bro. We need to be teaching that history in our homes first.
Facts.
We got the kids got to go to school and already knowing what the history is before they taught that bullshit anyway.
Yeah, we had a great community in Milwaukee. And at times it really didn't seem like it, but once you live elsewhere, you'd be like, damn, man, we had a phenomenal community of aunts and uncles and just community leaders, everybody, man, who kept us in the know when it came to Black history and giving us knowledge of ourselves. Like as much as cats wild out back there, like we had a phenomenal community. I remember every year, man, my aunt would take us to like, I don't even know the name of these events because I was too young to remember, but I knew the Black National Anthem when I was younger. I like, you know what I mean? Everything, fam. And then when you get to another state or you meet a kid nowadays and you ask them if they know somebody simple, somebody like Malcolm X, they don't have no clue who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's by design, like you said, man. That shit by design.
Yeah. But if you're just now tuning in, the reason we're talking about, you know, Black history right now is because Governor DeSantis and the great state of Florida have decided to, I won't say Governor DeSantis, but the school system in Florida decided to teach that slavery was beneficial to Blacks. And like,
that's so
I can't even say it without I can't even say it without laughing. I gotta chuckle a little bit because it's yeah.
Leslie, they are calling us hard ERs to our face indirectly.
They're definitely playing in our face. But the reason why they feel that they can play in our face is because we play in our own face. We play in our own face. So
that's true, sis.
You know, like for me, like I used to like I never would speak on the topics like with like the police killing Black people. Like I would just always keep my opinions to myself because y'all know, like I'm a logical person. Like we have to to me, stuff has to make sense. Is it okay for a police officer to kill a Black person? Absolutely not. But it's also not okay for little folks to go kill big folks. So like, how are y'all mad at the police or anybody else disrespecting Black people when we are the worst for each other? Let's think about, I'm gonna go back to the riots again when they cut up at the Capitol. All those white folks came together. Half of them probably couldn't even stand each other, but they can come together for their greater cause. But we as Black people, we can't come together for a greater cause. And we really need to be together. Like we must stand together or we are screwed. And here y'all go mad because
we can't come together for a cookout.
Yeah, you mad because she liked your man picture on Instagram and you mad because we are so petty when it comes to like the serious stuff, and unless we come together, we really cannot expect for others to really give us that respect that we want because we don't even respect ourselves. And that's just my opinion. I don't agree with none of the shit that they do to us, but we have to take ourselves more serious before we expect anybody else to take us serious.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I agree, and I agree to a point. You know what I mean? Because that's another topic where that's kind of made up too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Anywhere that you live at, the people that you're around, that's probably the people you're gonna kill when crime is being committed. You know what I mean? If you go to a city where there's mostly white people, most of the crimes that are committed there are white on white crime. You go to an Asian community, most of the crimes committed is Asian on Asian. You know what I'm saying? That's that's something else to me that's made up too, that only Blacks do this because that's all that they report on the news. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, but I agree with what you're saying to a certain extent, but I don't care about what white people do to white people. I don't care about what Asian people do to Asian people. I'm caring about us. And I'm talking about what the hell we need to do. I don't give a damn what y'all need to do. Right. I'm talking about us as Black people because we are the ones that's really suffering. When they were doing that shit to the Asian people, everybody love Asians, put Asians first, Asian lives. Like, excuse me?
That's probably
yeah, their lives matter, but where was the outrage when it's Black people?
Yeah, it ain't no outrage. Absolutely. It ain't no outrage, Leslie, because that shit is propaganda and it's generated by a machine to let us know what place we stand in this country. So let me offer you some pushback because to Trey's point, like you said, some of that stuff is fabricated, it's made up about the Black on Black crime, and whatever community you deal with, that's the community you're gonna most likely do crime in. They don't publicize that stuff as much as they publicize the Black violence and the Black outrage. Like I said, America is Black culture is one of the oldest cultures in this country, and it's the culture that white people that America, I say white, I keep saying white people, I'm sorry, trying to get away from saying, but that America understands the least is Black culture, right? And it's one of the largest exports in this country, and one of the largest exports from our community is us, the swag, the persona, the music, the culture, the food. Like it's one of the biggest exports, right? And America understands the least. But to our point about the communities, everything that we fight over in our community typically is resources. If people made a livable wage, a middle class wage, we wouldn't have these fights in our communities, like you know what I mean, and these killings and this senseless violence. We really wouldn't have it. And you can look into other communities
totally
where
agree.
black people where black people are doing better, and they don't have these same fights over resources. You about to move to one. You know what I'm saying? So like all this stuff is done by design. Like, you know what I mean? Like, have y'all seen that movie? No, actually, I'll save that for our next topic. I'm sorry, I thought it was a good segue point, but we'll shoot off into that later. But anyway, to my point, like I said, this ain't all this stuff is done by design. Redlining, like I like to use this as a example all the time. We talked about Black Wall Street all the time on the show. Black people, they always use Black Wall Street as a good talking point to show, like, hey, we were pulling ourselves by our bootstraps at one point in this nation, right? There's so many other towns that are like Black Wall Street. I think we even talked about it last week on the podcast with Kent. But what we failed to do is talk about what happened after the race riots in Black Wall Street. They rebuilt the community. It was actually more wealthy and a more fervent community after they rebuilt it. And then what happened? What they came through and built a highway straight through the middle of it and divided the community even further. They redlined black people on one side of town and the whites on the other, and that kind of ran down Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's just a little brief paraphrase history on it. So one thing I would just want everybody to understand is, like, everything that's been done to us, not that we are ultimately victims, but the reason why we're in these communities, the reason things happen is typically it's a fight over resources. And in these communities, we gotta do better, but it takes education, it takes shows like this, it takes media to kind of spread the word and get these conversations happening. Because not a lot of people, as long as you within the mess, you really can't even think straight while you're there. I know when I was growing up living there, I only thought a certain way. It took me years to unprogram everything that I learned growing up in that community. You know what I'm saying? The bad stuff, I should say, because I, as I pointed to earlier, I learned a lot of good stuff, and it set a really good foundation for me as a black man. You know what I mean? But the bad stuff I'm more so speaking to is hard to unprogram yourself from. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm struggling a little bit with my voice today. I know y'all heard me coughing earlier.
Need some Wawa.
Yeah, I've been drinking it over here. I got the Ozark on deck, the spring. Get
you that Ricola.
The Ricola, nah. But yeah. But speaking of that, man, but yeah, like, I named today's episode "Did They Clone Jamie Foxx?" because he's back. He had a heartfelt message for everybody via Instagram today. Everybody who was praying for him and whatnot. Did y'all see Sir Jamie Foxx's message on Friday?
Yeah, I did see that.
Did y'all see how our cousins, aka Black Twitter, trying to say that ain't really him?
Yeah.
Like, damn, y'all, we've been praying for this man, and he's showing us that it's him, and now we question him.
That's AI. Here, I'm gonna play his message right now.
He looked better. He looked better now than when before we last seen him. Before he went
Just a little light skinned.
A little light skinned.
That's okay. I'm dehydrated.
Hold on a second. Let me play Sir Jamie Foxx's message. Oh my God, my phone's not working. Hold on a second, gentlemen. Oh, it's muted. That's why it's not working. 1 second, y'all.
All I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through. And to be honest with you, my sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life. So to them, to God, to a lot of great medical people, I'm able to leave you this video. I cannot tell you how great it feels to have your family kick in such a way. And y'all know they kept it airtight. They didn't let nothing out. They protected me. And that's what I hope that everyone could have in moments like these. Now, you know, by being quiet, sometimes things, you know, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working. The eyes are working just fine. They said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. But I did go through, I went to hell and back. And my road to recovery had some potholes as well. But I'm coming back, and I'm able to work. So I want to thank the people that let me work. And I just want to like say that I love everybody, and I love all of the love that I got. And man, you know, I know they talk about people crying on videos. You know, you could do take two, but I'm not gonna do a take two. It is what it is. And if you see me out from now on, and every once in a while I just burst into tears, is because it's been tough, man. I was sick, man, but now I got my legs under me, so you're gonna see me out. But like I said, I just want you to remember me for the jokes that I crack, the movies that I make. Some of them good, some of them ain't. I think I got a good one out. And the songs that I sing, man. And then, you know, some people were talking about I'm clone. Well, check this out. Just kidding you. Not clone, man, but I'm here on earth because of some great people. I'm here on earth because of God, man. So I love all y'all. I just wanted to jump on here and let you know that I'm on my way back in love.
That was a message from our good brother Jamie Foxx, and he did look a little cloned. I will say that.
We love you, Jamie.
Or maybe I don't know what happened when you turn older. When you say, because I think you're 55 now. When you turn 55, I don't know if your skin just get lighter like that or not. But
he was sick.
I'm joking, Leslie. I know he was sick.
Y'all don't leave Jamie.
I love Jamie Foxx. It's good to see him.
Very, very talented.
I'm glad
brother.
he's back, though. For real, I'm glad that he's back, and I'm glad that his family is loyal and held that shit down, because black people like to. I ain't gonna say black people like to talk, and sources like to reveal stuff, and his people definitely held him down. So I'm thankful that he has that type of support system, for real. I think that played a major role in him being able to recover and do as well, not worried about the stresses of people telling his business. So kudos to his people, for real.
Yeah, they kept that close to his chest. It kind of harkened back to when Andrew Wiggins was out last season, and everybody was speculating what was going on with him. They was talking about his baby mama, all type of stuff, and he was out because his father was sick, and he wanted to keep it private. And I think private matters should be respected in just that fashion. It's a private matter.
I don't like the part where the media and the internet have just run with a narrative, but at the same time, I like that they families ain't coming out like, no, that ain't what it. They just like, fuck it, y'all think what y'all.
Yeah, think what y'all want to. Right?
They're gonna run with the negativity anyway. They wouldn't be okay with, oh, Jamie Foxx is doing good, but they're rather he was paralyzed and he can't do this, and like it's just sick how everybody is so.
Trey said that ain't him.
That is him. He just got that, you know, that thing that they do with your little skin, and they just scrape a little and make it a little lighter. He had that.
He's straight. He a millionaire. He had millionaire care.
Right. He definitely had the best healthcare.
Right, man. Health can't buy wealth, Trey. I mean, I said it. I'm sorry to say it the back way. Wealth can't buy health, Montre. So you can like if it could have been something a little bit serious, he might not be here with us no more. So,
whatever it was serious. But
I'm glad to hear too, because I've been saying it for years, bro. I think it's whack as fuck that we lose so many black male celebrities in their 50s. It seemed like every black male celebrity from Trugoy to I can go down the line. It's like all of them was young men, like, you know what I mean? Like,
how old was Virgil?
Yeah, Virgil was in his 40s. So you know what I'm saying, like so I like that's why I be telling brothers, man, take care of yourself. Get
Black Panther,
Chadwick, all of them. So
he had a solid people around him too,
exactly,
that didn't expose his business. So
y'all gotta start being.
He shot like 2 movies while he was sick,
and they talked about that man like a dog.
Yeah, y'all gotta start being
how skinny he was.
Y'all gotta start being more tactful, man. I know these public personalities. We want to hear their private business discussed publicly, but like I said, y'all got to give it some time. Y'all got to, because you never know what's going on with some people. When you thought we'd have learned our lesson with Chadwick, to Leslie Point, but we still haven't. Like I said, we still speculating. Like I said, they just did the same thing to I just said his name, boy, from Golden State last year. You know what I mean?
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins. So we got to stop this in our community, man. Let these people have some privacy. Let them go through what they're going through, privately, and then if something come out when it's time for them to share the news, they'll do just that. But yeah, man. Like I said, thoughts and prayers out to Jamie. He's still recovering. Right now, he's currently working on a movie. I'm dope to see it. I thought it was. I don't know if they planned this out and just told him to stay quiet because it seemed like he had been healthy for a while until they dropped this movie. They've cloned Tyrone. Yeah, I thought
don't tell me this was all a rollout.
A rollout. That's what I'm saying. But because they kept he dropped that Friday as soon as that movie came out.
It always is. Though. I promise you.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this was all a rollout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He dropped that as soon as that movie came out on Friday. He was like, oh no, we gonna make sure this movie.
What's the movie called? We gonna watch it. It worked.
Yeah, they cloned Tyrone. It's on Netflix. It's a black sci-fi thriller, kind of Lovecraftian. You know what I mean? I watched it right before we did this podcast. Actually, how
was it?
Well, man, it was really. I'm gonna put it like this. So it's still a lot of nuances to these type of films because we never really got to see ourselves in these sci-fi spaces and these horror films. Like when the first time we watched Jordan Peele, Get Out. It was kind of the nuance of the film. It kind of took it a minute to set in, like what was actually going on, the style it was shot in, and everything, right? And once you got a hold of it, it was a piece that made you think. You know what I mean? You had to think a lot about it. It's definitely something I'm gonna watch again. I'm talking about Dave clone Tyrone. It's definitely something I'm gonna watch again. The first time watching around, there's a lot of nuances that I picked up on, but it's I can tell it was a lot of stuff I missed as well. But overall, I thought the film was pretty good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
You didn't like that movie.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. 8 out of 10 is good.
Yeah, but
Rome ain't like that movie, man. Listen, you just took 5 minutes to, in a nice way, say that it wasn't shit. Talking about you got to watch it again. You ain't like that movie, man. I know what you say when you like movies. You ain't like that movie, man.
You say it was phenomenal.
Rome, are we gonna waste our time if we go watch it, man? We need real answers, though.
You just watch it for yourself.
Right.
I need to finish.
This nigga watch everything.
This nigga 30 minutes in.
This nigga watch everything gonna tell me I don't like something because I said I picked because I was trying to explain the nuances in these type of films. What I'm trying to tell you is niggas don't see ourselves in these films a lot. I'm gonna say it one more time. So sometimes it takes a moment. Like niggas didn't like what was that movie? Nope. Nobody liked Nope when that first came out. Everybody was saying, "Oh no, I didn't feel that movie." I thought Nope was extremely dope. Like I said, it was
No.
Me too. I like that movie as well. But a lot of people didn't like it because they was expecting it to have some kind of tie-in to Get Out and Us, like those because Get Out and Us kind of correlated with the Jordan Peele's universe. You know what I mean? So they wanted some kind of tie-in, so they didn't like it. That it was just a standalone movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought Jamie Foxx character could have been a little bit better. I felt like what they tried to do with his character was. It wasn't in the vein. Maybe a younger Jamie Foxx could have pulled it off. Like his character in the film is a pimp, and it didn't really work. I didn't believe like his character could have ever had hoes. Like at no point in life. Leslie, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
you don't buy his character at all. Yeah, you don't buy his character at all, not even slightly. That's the only part of the film I didn't like. John Boyega killed his role though, and so did old girl that played Photon and I can't think of her name. You know the actress name? Can you Google it?
Tiana Paris?
Tiana Paris, yeah. She killed her role too.
She was, like I said, I was only 30 minutes in, but I definitely liked her character. I feel like she got a lot of personality. I would like to see more stuff that she's in for sure.
Mm-hmm. One thing I did like about the film is that they didn't give us too much in the trailers. So when I first saw the initial trailer, I thought it was like a blaxploitation type film. And I thought it was gonna be kind of have like some comedy beats to it. It is some comedy elements to it, but overall the film got a kind of really serious tone. I don't want to like enter spoiler territory or nothing, but the film kind of speaks to the conversation we were having earlier with just black culture and how it's like in every ghetto it's almost synonymous. Like the same shit goes on in every ghetto. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what this film speaks to. It's a point in the film where they go to L.A. And the exact same thing that was going on. I don't know. Was it New York they was in or Chicago, Leslie? Do you know, or Detroit?
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember either. Yeah, I don't remember either. But the original city that they started off in, I don't want to name the city wrong, but they eventually ended up going to L.A. and it was the exact same thing going on in L.A. And you could see all the characters how they was kind of correlated. But I thought the film was really really dope. Like I said, it's a bunch of nuances on like how just white supremacy has worked in this country and the reason it works. But John Boyega's character, his motivations in the film, all of his characters, because he plays multiple characters in the film because it's about a clone. But all his characters' motivation in the film was extremely dope, and he also gave a real powerful performance. It's a point in the film where he wants to go into the room and talk to his mom. And after he was frustrated about something, and that part was pretty tough to watch. But yeah, I suggest everybody check it out. It was a dope film. A lot of twists.
And I holler every time he tried to get that lady some food. She
did not want that food. No, she didn't want that food. But yeah, check it out, man. I thought it was a very very interesting movie, man. Yeah, and like I said, I gave it an 8 out of 10. That was my real fucking rating. This ain't gonna tell me what the fuck I don't like. But keep going, Trey.
Man, you cussing way too much, guy.
Nah, because you're full of shit. That's why.
Let's calm down, guy. Please.
Nah, how about you calm down?
But hey, does Jamie Foxx have a deal with Netflix?
I'm not sure.
Because he's been having movies coming back to back on Netflix.
Yeah, it's probably not.
They do have a lot of his movies on Netflix.
I mean, like the last 4 or 5 years, he's been having a movie like almost every year. He had the vampire movie with Snoop Dogg, which actually was dope and funny, with James Franco brother. Mm-hmm. Before that, he had like that Power movie or something like that. Like he must have a deal though.
Like as of lately, these past few months, like if you look Jamie Foxx up on Netflix, you're gonna see quite a few of his movies right now. So it's a lot of older movies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he got like the 3 Netflix original movies.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if it's a deal. But you know, like all these little streaming networks, it was kind of like this with studios back in the day. They have like actor guilds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sure how the business of it works, but they normally have like an actor guild because like HBO use the same actors. They use Thandie Newton, Jeffrey. What's the bald headed light skinned dude that look like you? That was in Jeffrey.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do the last 3 minutes of this.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright, I think is his name. I can't think of the brother's name, but he was in Westworld. But he does almost every HBO show and movie.
Yeah.
You want to say, yeah, Jeffrey Wright. I was right, and Thandie Newton. Like they always on the HBO show. Ed Harris is another one. Tessa Thompson always in something that HBO got going on. Mm-hmm. So I think it's got something to do with like the actor guilds, the way they structure with the different studios and whatnot. And I think
shoot at Trey like that though.
Yeah, did you hear him? For no reason.
You want me to shoot at you, Blades?
No, I'm cool.
Oh, man.
I can't even laugh today, dog. I'm dying.
Nothing to you,
he about to. But anyway, man, while we on television shows, have y'all seen the trailer for Invincible 2?
I watched it.
What'd you think?
First episode up.
Invincible 2, season 2, Invincible. Invincible season 2. The first episode is up.
I don't know what that is.
It's based around Adam Eve. So
yeah.
It's pretty much her story, but the first episode was good.
Oh wow, I didn't even know. Okay, so I'm behind. No, it's so Invincible was an Amazon Prime cartoon.
It's
a cartoon series, but it's really really dope. Like, cause it got some phenomenal actors. What's the old boy who played? I can't be remembering nobody's name, man. Like I be drawing blanks as soon as I get on the damn microphone. But he played the news reporter in Spider-Man. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. Y'all just gonna keep me Google. J.K. Simmons, fam. J.K. Simmons is in it.
J.K. Simmons,
Stephen Young, Mark Hamill, Seth Rogen. They do all the voices. Yeah, they do all the Walter Goggins is another actor in there, but they do all the voices on for the superheroes on Invincible. But it's a dope series. It's real gory, real violent, but it
ain't no kid cartoon. It ain't no
absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
But it's really dope.
Omni-Man a pimp too.
Mm-hmm. But it's really dope the way they produce it. I suggest you check it out, Les. You might enjoy it.
Episode of season 2 is real good. It's it's like just like the first couple episodes of the first season. You be like, I don't know. Then it get to going hard.
Yeah.
This was good.
Okay.
And it still got a couple characters from the.
That's crazy. When did it drop? Because I'm like, I thought I was tracking. I didn't even know that.
I watched it today.
Oh, okay. So I must have dropped this weekend.
It was up last night though. I tried to watch it last night. I fell asleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't finished that, or I gotta finish the last week's episode of Secret Invasion. How's that? The last episode. I watched
that too. That's good. I didn't know. Apparently, it ain't doing real good in the ratings, but it's a real good show, man.
Yeah,
like,
yes, it is.
If y'all have not been watching Secret Invasion, please do yourself a favor and watch it. Marvel's
Samuel L. Jackson character.
Yeah, and it's because people got the superhero fatigue. Because I ain't gonna front.
I think that's what it is. Too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front
because
Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
It's the Nick Fury series.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Tubi been having me in a chokehold. This
Tubi
been having me in a chokehold. Okay, that ghetto badass acting, but them storylines be so good, so you just gotta finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But the acting is terrible. Well, my Detroit people, I feel like they be cutting up, but yeah, it's some bad acting on Tubi, but I love that ghetto shit.
Mm-hmm. It ain't nothing but soap operas. That's all Tubi is anyway.
It is what it is.
But yeah, Secret Invasion has been dope. I really enjoyed that. I told y'all last week, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. If this direction that Marvel's going in, I think they're in good hands because they were struggling, and I know they scaled back their production to kind of get some things in line and whatnot. I don't know what's gonna happen after this writer strike. If it's gonna change.
That's gonna affect a lot of people.
Yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of people. So maybe they can just have AI right there.
Affect my job too. Like in the long run, because the industry, that I'm in, we do advertising for up and coming shows, and we have certain networks that we work with. I can't say too much because we have to sign like NDAs and shit, but that's going to eventually trickle down to have an effect on a lot of our clients, because we're not going to have the work because they're not going to have shit to premiere. So I hope they figure it out.
Yeah. I didn't think it would affect even down to that level, but like I said, you never know with these things.
Yeah,
like for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, check out Secret Invasion. Invincible 2, episode 1 is up already. I didn't know. I guess I'm going to watch that after I get off this damn podcast. I've been gallivanting all weekend.
Both of them real good, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, I really like.
If you ain't seen the season 1 of Invincible, go back and watch that shit. That is
that shit's
worth it. That's worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
Invincible and Sweet Gardens. What did y'all say?
The Sweet Gardens. Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion.
I'm gonna send them to you, sis. I'm gonna send them to you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you, baby. Don't even.
I just made up a whole different show. That might be a good show.
All right, man. So. Let me ask y'all a question before we go to our next topic. Who y'all think was better after their prime, Paul Pierce or Dwayne Wade?
Clearly, Paul Pierce, bro.
After his prime,
a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce, bro. He do everything on the basketball court. Wade, I'd rather go watch Wade, and I fuck with him because he went to Marquette. That's my man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ride with D Wade, but Paul Pierce a better basketball player, bro.
You mean all around? I'm talking about after their prime, like when their bodies started to deteriorate. Because Paul Pierce was on the show talking about he was better after his prime when his body started to break down than Dwayne Wade, and I totally disagree.
I want to say I disagree with Blaze. I think Dwayne Wade was way better. D Wade played both ways, bro. So he just was a better player, bro. Like the numbers don't lie.
No, not at all.
Though. Hey, but after the prime though. Paul Pierce was still getting his shit off when he was past his prime, and D Wade, you could just see it was a real bad drop off, bro.
Yeah.
Like you could immediately tell he couldn't play. You could immediately tell he couldn't play at that superstar level. Paul Pierce would still get you like 25, like, you know what I mean? Because Paul Pierce he didn't have to depend on athleticism and things like that. You know, D Wade played more like Iverson on the floor. You know what I mean? So like Paul Pierce, after they prime, he was better. I think so.
After he lost that athletic ability, you could definitely see how it affected his game.
But career-wise, though, absolutely not. No.
And Paul Pierce would get you buckets. I don't care what.
He was serious offensively. He was serious, but we just on basketball, two-way player. No.
And he got stabbed. D Wade ain't never got stabbed.
his knees fell off. Like that's probably worse than getting spat. But no, man.
Hey, but I fuck with D-Wade, man. I watched him go crazy at Marquette. That's my man.
Yeah, he made some valid points. But basically, what he's saying is, if you add certain players that D-Wade had later in his career to his stellar career as well, that he would have won. And I totally disagree. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it's basketball.
He had KG and Ray Allen.
Yeah. I mean,
I understand they was at the end of their prime, but they still was in their prime. They won a chip.
Yeah, but to
you
me,
you don't win a chip if you ain't in your prime.
To me, to me, certain stuff is subjective. So it is what it is. But I feel like the NBA is situational. So depending on what situation you put in is whether you're gonna win or not. Because there's been plenty phenomenal players who just ain't won shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speculate and say that if you take certain players from D-Wade later in the screen, give them to Paul Pierce, they had won whatever. Like it'll still be some good basketball to watch. I can tell you that because I was a huge Paul Pierce fan back in the day, but I was a bigger Dwayne Wade fan. So anyway, do y'all think? I don't know if I want to touch on this. I think I'll save that for next week. But let's get into Carly. I was gonna ask y'all. No. You want me to go to Carly Russell?
No, yeah.
Okay, yeah. We can go to Carly Russell. So
Sis been mad about this all week. I want her to get her shit off.
So for anybody who's been under a rock, Carly Russell, she went missing. She's a social media 25-year-old social media lady type. I guess she was important somewhere. She's important because she's important.
I didn't know that she was.
Yeah, she do something.
She wasn't no damn social media type.
She wasn't?
She was an influencer?
No. I thought she had a couple thousand followers. Maybe I'm wrong then. So anyway.
Man, everybody got a couple thousand followers.
The girl,
not me, shit. Y'all need to follow me some more.
She probably have a lot of followers because of what the hell she did, but ain't nobody knew her bald head, stupid ass.
All right. See? She angry. Why you so angry, Leslie? Golly. So let me start from the beginning.
Get your shit off, sis.
Let me start from the beginning. Just and Leslie, you can get your shit off. So it says from the beginning, details of Carly Russell disappearance seemed destined to cause an internet frenzy. Russell, a black 25-year-old nursing student, so maybe I was wrong about the social media type, went missing from the side of a highway in Hoover, Alabama on the night of July 13th. Shortly after calling 911 to report a child wandering along the freeway. Russell's brother's girlfriend on the phone with her following a 911 call reported hearing Carly scream and what sounded like the phone being dropped. Then the police reached Carly's car a few minutes after 911 was called. They found her phone and a wig nearby, along with her purse. And I didn't mean to chuckle there. A wig nearby, along with her purse and some food she had picked up for dinner inside her car. Russell's disappearance went viral on TikTok and other social media platforms. And the days following received national media attention. Law enforcement agencies searched for her. The chilling details surrounding the disappearance and the prospect that a child was used to lure her into danger likely contributed to this going viral. So apparently she was capping the whole time. Leslie, the floor is yours.
Listen, I'm so angry only because, like, as a black woman, like, she had all of us just so scared. Like, I'm up here praying for this lady. Like, every time I saw or heard the story, like, that shit just would give me chills. I'm just like, oh my God, like, please let her be okay. Like, they're trafficking people.
Black women was going hard for her.
So, right, like, seriously, like, I'm really praying for this lady. Like, Jesus, like, God, please help her family. Like, I'm praying for her grandma, her aunties, like, everybody that's associated with her. I'm praying for them. Like, girl, and then you just pop up at your mama's house talking about they made you eat some fucking cheese crackers and painted your nails. Girl, stop playing with me. So what's really going on? Like, who attention are you trying to get? Did your boyfriend do something?
Something wrong with that girl, man. Something wrong with that girl. She thought she was gonna get away with that shit, though. Something clearly wrong with that girl.
Like, ridiculous. And the way that damn police chief just went in and just exposed all the girl of personal business. Like,
hey, he did it so cool though.
I didn't even see the press interview. I got to go back and watch it because I didn't see it.
Hey, you got to watch it, dog.
He was a baby mama with receipts, okay?
Calm.
Yeah. But this article says there's still much about Russell's story that we don't know and certain things we may never understand, including the state of her mental health. And Leslie, I was just about to talk about black women and mental health, and you just went in calling her bald head and stupid.
No, because listen, like, okay, I definitely understand like that people can deal with mental health, but I just feel like some of this stuff is just taking it too far.
Well,
like,
I'm saying she ain't that crazy because she came up with this elaborate plot. But
she Googling taking how to steal money from a cash
but she's
register
still dumb as hell.
Caught. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Like, she's Googling this weird stuff. Like, girl, have you not watched any Oxygen shows? Like, do you not know that you're not supposed to use your own phone for anything? Like, dumbest criminal. Like, what shit? Donkey of the day. I know Charlamagne got on that ass, but I'm just like, seriously though. On a serious note, it was just like a slap in the face, and it set us back as Black women. They already discredit us on so many things.
Yeah, that's
like,
the issue I had with it.
Was so out of order.
Right.
Like, for on some real shit, like that was
like
just
all the Black
so
women be missing it, and you don't hear about that shit. So they got this little bitch on the news, and they knew that they would pick the one that do some dumb shit like that to have her blasted everywhere.
So what y'all saying?
Like, why would you do that?
So what you saying, Leslie, is that we shouldn't believe all women?
You know, I'm a believer. I'm sorry. I'm a woman, so I'm gonna side with you until, you know, I need some facts though. But I'm not gonna tell you that you lying. I'm sorry. I just can't. Although she just really pissed me off, I can't use that against all women because I'm a woman. And if I say something happened to me, I want somebody to believe me because I don't play like that. Even though some do, I don't.
Oh, no,
so I'm gonna give everybody else a pass, but Carly need her ass.
No, we hunting for you, Leslie. If anything happened to you, because we know.
We gonna believe you, as long as you don't pull up talking about some niggas feed you cheese crackers.
Well, y'all know I don't be lying anyway, so I'm gonna tell it. But she definitely was. She was out of order though. Like it's very disappointing. And her mom, I feel like her mama out of order too. What you mean, give us some privacy at this time, and you knew that your daughter was lying all this time? I understand you want to ride for your daughter, but mama, you bogus too.
My throat is hurting from laughing at you, Leslie. I was trying to interject, but I was like, if I say anything else funny, I'm gonna cough myself to death on this podcast.
Brandon said, "I'm glad this didn't happen during Women's History Month."
Man, thank you, because we'd have to really mob to her house and whoop her ass. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's like maybe her boyfriend, like, did you and a boyfriend get into it? So you wanted to, like, I don't know, like, why did you do this? Or honestly, she probably didn't think that it would get this much attention too. Like, I really don't think that she thought that it would go this big. I think she probably thought it would just be like some local shit. So it bit her in the ass for sure.
She had already stepped over the line, Leslie. She had to keep going with it.
Yeah. She was... I'm gonna be quiet because I know somebody else got a lot like that.
No, I know. Once her picture surfaced, every Black man was like, "We forgive you, Carly."
You so ugly.
Around body control.
I didn't say the shit. I said most Black men. I didn't say that shit. We know what Carly don't have that I like, so I mean, we straight.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Blaze.
Blaze, you done muted yourself. Unmute yourself, Blades. Save yourself, brother. He's still talking, and he's still on mute. God, this
he not talking to us.
Blaze, learn how to work your technology.
Still can't hear you.
He's still on mute. Maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Goddamn Verizon.
I said Twitter was killing her ass with the Jussie Smollett shit.
Oh, baby. They said Jessie ran walk so she could run or some shit.
Hey, first off, his name is Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett, my fault.
No, Smoothie.
Juicy Smollett.
I was wrong.
My fault.
Yeah, they definitely need a versus.
Make sure this top on here.
You heard me, Blaze. I said they definitely need a versus. Live for live.
She got fired from her job.
Listen.
Nobody is going to hire her anywhere. Like, you really done messed yourself up. They probably gonna kick her ass out of nursing school because I for damn sure wouldn't want her
don't leave this here
anything to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring this up.
All right, let me
Can't trust it, man.
Nah.
Yeah, but
my Band-Aid on.
Man, listen. So enough of Carly be lying. But
okay.
Have y'all heard this, Jason? I sent it to y'all. Y'all would have to go watch this. Anybody listen to this podcast, pause it. I might even give y'all a few seconds to go ahead and listen to the song. But it's a song called Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldeans, I believe is how you say his name. But just go to YouTube and type in "Try That" in the small town. This boy, I'll tell you about these folks. Do y'all need a second to watch the video? Have y'all watched the video?
Listen,
yeah, and I fuck with Jason Aldean. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, did you watch it, Leslie?
Yeah.
Trey, did you watch it?
I looked at the lyrics and everything.
Trey said it. Trey, look.
I'm about to watch it right now.
Show up late and unprepared, and all right. So listen. So since two of my people watched it, but anyway, go ahead and watch it, Trey, while we discuss it, and then you can chime in.
Then you just say you was gonna give a couple minutes.
He doubled down on that shit too.
Like, yeah.
Like, it's been a lot of outrage.
Yeah. So while we talking shit about you not watching, I hope our audience is tuning into it. Yeah, go ahead. Type in "Try That" in the small town.
He definitely said, "Bring that nigga shit over here, and we gonna see if you get your ass back."
Right. That's pretty much what he said.
Bring that nigger, because that's nigger shit. Bring that nigger shit over here, and then we gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Fuck around and find out.
Floyd country ass corrected me immediately. It's not Aldean, it's Aldean. How about I rib the shit out of you, Floyd? Because on the air, how about that? Why everybody listening to Jason Aldean? Okay, goddamn, I don't give a fuck about this motherfucker. But listen,
leave Floyd alone.
But nah, he knew this shit was gonna go viral. I don't know nothing about this man, but he knew that shit was gonna go viral.
He said what he said, and he meant that shit. Like, it is what it is. That's how he feel. Mm-hmm. That's how all of them feel. He's just bold enough to say it.
It's just crazy to me because this is what goes back to what I was saying earlier about us learning history and about our contributions to America. Because literally, this is why I get so frustrated. But I don't want to keep beating a dead horse on this podcast because I'm a black man, so I'm gonna talk about black men shit, right? So this is why I said we need to be educated. Even white people need to be educated about black history because they don't understand that. A lot of them don't understand our contribution to it and why over the last few years we've been out in the street protesting and wilding out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he said some of the stuff in this song that a lot of white people relate to. You know what I'm saying? Talking about spitting in police face. If you want to spit in the police face, officer face, or throw a Molotov cocktail through a door, try that in a small town, and we're gonna get with you. And we saw what happened when it was done in Racine, Wisconsin, right? A black person got paralyzed. He didn't lose his life, but he got paralyzed from a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that wasn't even a police officer. So we saw what happened, Jason Aldean, in a small country, in a small town. You know what I mean? So, but all in all, like to Leslie's point, the undertones in the song is disgusting, and it's all about if you come to our town trying to antagonize, trying to protest for your rights, we gonna fuck you up. Basically, was what the undertone in the song was saying. Song follows a bitch too. Shit was whack as fuck. Try better.
He said we got that pepper on us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that.
He definitely said fuck around to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That summed the song up. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. And some of the stuff, you know,
but don't nobody want to come to your town anyway.
Right?
Jason, Justin, whatever your damn name is, we don't want to come anyway.
Yeah, it ain't lit.
And that building in the video too, that was like a spot where like. But they used to lynch black people and all type of shit. Like it was a bunch of bullshit he was doing.
Yeah. Like I said,
fuck that nigga though.
Right. Like I said,
I'm about to take him off my country playlist.
Right. Yeah, I don't fuck with him at all. I be weeding through the country songs. I only got 4 songs on my country playlist, so that lets you know where I stand with country music. I don't fuck with that shit at all.
No, they got some joints.
This is Floyd. This is Black Smoke. This is non-nicotine, no tobacco, no nicotine, 100% pure. So this is what I like. I don't do the nicotine vape. I don't do that. So anybody interested, it's a black line, Black Smoke with 2 Ks, over 50 flavors. So
don't explain nothing to him. He can't even read good.
I just don't want nobody thinking that I'm gonna be talking like that lady Terry and take a shower. Like, no, I ain't on
that. Floyd, we love you, but you're getting too live in the chat. Floyd, we love you, but you're getting too live in the chat, so I'm gonna have to flame your shit. I think next week, y'all, we're gonna start doing callers and start getting some more listener involvement in the show. So I'll actually have a number next week where y'all can call in and comment on topics.
Let's do it.
One thing y'all got to be aware of is y'all gonna have to mute y'all YouTube or wherever y'all playing this stuff on. Excuse me.
So we don't get feedback.
No, yeah, so we don't get feedback. Because if the moment y'all call in and I get feedback in the background, I'm hanging up on you immediately. So that's one thing. So let's get that straight. But yeah, we're gonna get y'all more involved with the show because people have been reaching out, want to comment on topics. So I think it's appropriate that we do a segment where we actually get y'all to call in. And for our last segment, do y'all think gyms should have dress codes or need dress codes at this point?
No.
Like what?
I don't go to the gym.
But
I like this. I watch Instagram and I see what they wear, so I ain't mad.
What is being worn to question?
You ain't
like what, really small shorts or
you ain't seen the viral Amazon spandex where they go where it shoots right up the woman's ass crack, and they expect you not to look while you in the gym and they squatting.
Oh, that should change. Like you can't wear that to the gym and then think I ain't gonna look. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, I ain't got no problem with it wearing.
Let me ask you a question. I get the difference between like ogling and like straight, but like if somebody's doing something and they're attractive and you find them attractive, male or female, whatever you into, whatever floats your boat, and you take a little peruse over the yams, is that wrong? Is it? I mean, like somebody got to inform me. Like, is that like legally wrong nowadays? That's how everybody act.
Listen, women should be able to wear whatever the fuck they want to.
I know.
But also don't get offended if man looking. You know what I mean?
But what if it's a man with a nice body and he got on the fucking Speedo train in the gym working out, which I've seen on the internet.
Well, as a woman, I always look at the print, and it's not intentional. That's just what we do. So I don't give a damn. But if any female woman say that she don't be looking at Prince, girl, you was lying, because we definitely looking at Prince just like we'll look at another chick booty when she walk past. Like, damn, she got a fat ass. Like, so stop playing. But I don't feel like.
See, look, hold on, y'all see my country music playlist? Look at that.
Yeah, you like 5 minutes late. We talking about gym dress codes now, Blades.
So, because Floyd said he probably got 7 songs on there. Playlist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, send me that playlist, Blaze. I'm gonna see if I can add it to mine. But anyway,
gotcha.
but no, Leslie said don't be in the gym with your gray sweatpants
just
on.
Don't make somebody feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like you can glance and then get back to your business, but don't be like drooling and just being creepy.
No, don't be a creep. Yeah, don't be a creep. But I'm saying like if
keep your peak, but don't be extra with it. Like it's like Jesus.
Like I said, I don't go to the gym.
Is that advice for women or men, Leslie?
For both.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I want to get the women involved because we give we be mansplaining. So
I'm
gonna get some of them little ass shorts and go in there. Little gym shorts and go in
there. Yeah. Because I've definitely had my yams perused and the gray sweatpants perused too, and I'm like, God, I be feeling like I'm not a piece of meat here.
Exactly. I am not a piece. I'm not a piece of meat.
Have some respect, ma'am. What is wrong with you?
Y'all so funny, though.
Don't objectify me.
Don't objectify me. What's wrong with you? I am a person. God damn it. I don't think me personally, I don't think you should have dress codes. I have been put in very uncomfortable situations in the gym. Like one time I went to Go's gym to go play basketball, and there was a dude out there with no shirt on sprinting up and down the parking lot. I'm like, sir, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know how it is seeing somebody run in public, fam. Like either I'm running or I'm thinking you running I'm thinking you want to start some shit. And this is a big dude, bro. Slow that shit down. Brother.
Hey, he had that shirt on because y'all in Texas.
Yeah, I know why he had it on, bro. But what I'm saying, Trey, is this man was running full speed, and he looked like an NFL running back, bro. Like, you know how jarring that is trying to walk up to Go's gym, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, put on a goddamn shirt, sir.
Rome almost pulled out that pedal.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Bro, I just came here to get my hoop on, dog.
We see a black person, we see one person running.
Right,
we are running.
Where we running from?
We'll figure it out later. But I'm running.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I don't think gyms should have dress codes, but some people ain't raised with manners, fam. Like some of the shit I seen in the gym, there was a dude, he was in spandex flexing in the mirror in the gym. Like, bruh, I don't want to look at that, but I'm just gonna go over here and do my sets.
Be enforcing deodorant in that mug because
that part
stinking so bad. Why y'all worried about somebody got on? Worry about why your ass smelling like that.
Yeah, and I can't stand them niggas that go to the gym and don't shower before they go. Like some people just go straight after work, swamp ass and all. Like, fam, you been in them clothes for 8 hours, sitting down on the desk eating fucking pretzels and shit, and you smell, you musty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You musty, fam. You stink, fam. Go, like I'm a 3-4 shower a day taking ass nigga. I'm a big dude, so like it's embarrassing. It's extra embarrassing for me, for one, being a man over 290. Like, number one, if I got a stain on my shirt, I'm going to change clothes. Number one, if I even think that I stink, I'm going to take a shower. Like, it's not even a question. Like, I don't want nobody even around me. So like my etiquette has always been, if I'm going to play basketball, if I'm going to the gym, I'll take a shower before I go, and then after, obviously, not just before and be done, but literally that's just something I've always done, because I don't want to be working out next to somebody and they smell like a damn foot, or posting somebody up, and I've literally posted somebody up and they smell like pure shit, and that's when the game is over for me, fam.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's a wrap. I mean, especially with us coming out of a pandemic, fam. Like people literally. Like, don't take their hygiene into consideration. I work with some people that be musty as fuck. Like, that shit is insane to me. And we just come out of a pandemic.
Say their names on here.
No, I ain't gonna say their name on here. I ain't gonna violate them like that.
They know they musty hell.
Mm-hmm. But Floyd, while you listen to this podcast, put some lotion on your hands, because I know they asked you. Or some Vaseline. You might need some extra strength lotion.
Everybody today.
Floyd gonna need Floyd because he was ribbing. He gonna try to tell them, act like I can't read in the chat. So
Blaze wasn't ribbing. You tried to get on him as soon as he came back to the camera, man.
Well, if you keep talking, I'm gonna get on you in a second, because you still was late. You gonna pay that goddamn fine.
And calling it a playlist is funny as hell, though. Y'all cannot say that's not funny.
You said what?
He said Blaze probably got 7 songs and calling it a playlist.
I did not see that.
That's why he showed his playlist.
All right.
Blaze have plenty shit on there. Look, he got plenty, man.
Hey,
I do this shit for real, man.
Hey, dog, you know country songs be 10 minutes a piece, though, so that is a playlist.
Right. I've had sex with white women.
All right. Well, listen, it's been another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast.
Right.
I hope everybody enjoyed our show. I'm sorry that I've been coughing halfway through the episode. I can't help that. My vitamin C didn't kick in time. But yeah, man. Like I said, if you like what we're doing over here, if you enjoyed today's show, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go on Apple Playlist. All right, go on Apple.
That's a tell me why.
If y'all wondering what just happened in the background, Blaze just held up. It looked like an autobiography of a text message.
Dissertation,
bro, a whole dissertation. It wasn't just a paragraph. It went from the top. He got an iPhone Pro Max too, so it went from the top to the bottom of his iPhone.
It's funny how.
Blaze, so I'm gonna tell you, he said he ain't reading it, but I'm pretty sure it started with I just think it's funny how. But
absolutely.
But Blaze, you got 2 options. You can either hold it and tell Siri to speak it, because a lot of people don't like to read long text messages. For all the women out there, if he don't read it, it's just because he don't even want Siri to read it. But
that's way too much.
I don't read it because I don't care.
Yeah.
That's why.
But anyway, he said he don't read it because he don't care. But yeah, we got to end this show on this note, because Blaze is just digging himself a deeper and deeper hole. But anyway, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, rate the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, we're available there. And also on the store, we do got new merch on the store. The link is in the about section of this podcast and in the description as well. Go check out and see what we got on there. I'm gonna have some drip for y'all, man. We got multiple colors there, almost everything on there. So make sure you click through it. Just don't take it at face value. Go cycle through that stuff and look at the colors. Stuff is priced fairly reasonable. Yeah, man, just go check it out, cuz. Support the show. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all to do. Support the show. And if y'all don't got nothing else to add, we're gonna let y'all go. Blaze, you got anything else?
No, man. I'm ready for football too, man.
Yeah, football, crack.
That's it. That's it. Football.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of football, y'all behind me, I got this dope show on Netflix playing called Quarterback. Check that shit out. It's fire. Also, Les, you got anything else to
add? As the reigning fantasy football champion of our league, I'm ready for football.
Yeah, and
I still didn't get congratulated for you.
Well, congratulations, Blade. A whole year later.
Hey,
I'm giving you a round of applause. Do I got a round of applause? There we go. Yeah, I was in second place this year, so as reigning second place, I'm ready to get my get back. I'm ready to get
y'all
my
don't
rebound.
invite me anymore. I only got invited like twice, and then y'all just said to hell with her.
Yeah.
No, you in.
It seemed like once I left the chat, a lot of y'all start acting funny.
Now, y'all.
Time the only one.
I'm the only real nigga out here. That's
Hold
right.
on now.
Yeah.
Nigga, you good?
Leslie, I don't even be in the chat though. I didn't even know you was in there or you left. Shit, I don't be in that shit.
Child, I left.
He don't be in.
Yeah, I left.
Hey Leslie, I'm gonna let you know something right now. If he don't ever respond back to your text message, I watched him do it. He would look at his phone, go off, and just watch it and not respond at all. So yeah, he deserves. He deserved whatever smoke.
Hey, that's because bro, I be doing stuff, man. Like I do mean to come back.
Trey, I was washing dishes and we were having a conversation, and the conversation wasn't even about nothing, and you watched that phone go off. I
was on vacation, bro.
All right, listen, y'all. This has been another episode of
it might have been a business. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah, this has been another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast.
Yeah,
Montre has nothing else to add. Blaze and Leslie. Leslie, have you anything else to add?
No, I hope everyone has a great, positive, prosperous week.
Yeah, man, have a good week. And Floyd, you have a terrible week. You have the week you deserve.
Floyd, I sent that country playlist too, man. Get you some of that.
Yeah, get you some of that playlist. Yeah, it's gonna be slapping.
Some of that playlist, man.
Well, listen, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week with another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. Peace. Jamie Foxx.
Who said that?
I said that. I said that. I'm trying to log off the podcast. I forgot how to work this shit. There we go. Here you go. Say